Hi, and welcome to the channel. As we close off 2023, I just wanted to do something very special for you guys. Today I'll be doing a personal review on my very own vehicle, the 2017 Suzuki Baleno, or Baleno, or if you've seen it around, you might recognize it for a starlet, because it's basically the same thing. But today I want you to meet Suli Nyembezi. I know the name might not be ideal for this vehicle, but there's a story to it, and if you watch till the end, I'll tell you the full story of how Suli Nyembezi came about. Today, we will look at the interior, exterior, how it is to drive on gravel road, on tar road, and how practical it is. Welcome to another video. For those who are new to the channel, please subscribe so that you don't miss any of this content whenever I drop a video. For those who have comments, please leave them in the comments section. If you have nothing to say, enjoy the video. This is a 2017 Suzuki Baleno 1.4 GL. We'll first look at the exterior of the vehicle. The exterior of this vehicle is not wow, but the more you watch it, the more you start to appreciate its complex simplicity. Take for example the LED rear lights. They're really nice, especially at night and during the day. Then when we go to the front, we meet the really bright normal front headlights. Not complex, but they do the job very well. I'm not complaining there. The sides also look okay-ish, but it's looking good so far. Moving on, we look at the interior of the car. It's all plastics and hard surfaces, but I'm a big fan of the blue. If only all the lighting inside was blue or white, other than this orange-red light color. The layout is old school, but everything in here gets the job done, considering its year and category. The seats are comfortable, and they really do provide comfort on long journeys. In terms of practicality, the car is practical. It looks small from the outside, but once you go inside, you become shocked at how much space is in there. Even when loading in the boot, the space is just too much for a car this size. Going forward, we take it out for a drive and we first start on gravel road. So, we are now taking the Baleno to the gravel road. So let's go. Okay, so I'm traveling on the gravel road right now, and I must say, it's not a quiet cabin. If you go slow, you might not feel the imperfections that much, but you're definitely gonna feel them. But as soon as you start hitting 20 kilometers per hour and above, you are going to feel them. They'll come up in your dashboard and you are definitely not gonna like it. So the Baleno is definitely not for gravel road or gravel surfaces, because if you decide to own one of these, I would not recommend that you drive it on gravel surfaces, because no, this car is not for gravel surfaces. Immediately when you start going on gravel surfaces, you feel some kind of
from the front wheels. You know, at first it's uneasy because you feel as if something is wrong with the car, but nothing is wrong. It's just how it is. It's just the way it is built, and there's nothing much you can do about it.
Since we are done with gravel road, we now embark on tar road.
If I wasn't driving a Baleno right now, I wouldn't have known I'm driving it, you know, because it's just so comfortable. It just works. What I love about this car, and many people who have this car will agree with me, this car has one special thing about it, and that is space. From outside, this car looks small, but the minute you get inside, you won't believe you're in a Baleno or you're in a car this size. At one point, I had to get out of the car and look at the car and be like, for real? Is this the same car? You know? But you cannot compare it to the big SUVs. But cars in this segment, it outclasses everyone. There's no other car in this segment that beats this Baleno with space. From boot space to rear passenger space to the people sitting in front. It's very spacious. It's very, very spacious. And I love that. I love that. Another thing I love about this car is fuel efficiency. Let me just make an example. To fill up this car right now, when the light has already turned on, cost me 790 Rand and 38 cents. Full tank. I went from Matatiel to Durban and did my things in Durban and came back. Still, I had like a quarter tank left when I had arrived in Matat. So in terms of fuel efficiency, this is a number one, because I had my whole family in here, full house, all seats taken up, and it was still soldiering on. Going uphill, it just moves. It has enough power to go uphill with no problem. Power delivery in this car is nice. I'm not complaining at all. But one thing you should note about this vehicle, the minute you start hitting 110, it will alert you that you are entering danger zone. The minute you hit 120 to 130, that's when you are applying for your own funeral. Because the body is so light, it does not want you to go at high speeds, because the tires are this small and the body is very light. So you can imagine what happens when you're going at high speeds. The engine will give you that idea that you can do 200 kilometers in this car, but I wouldn't recommend it. You probably already know this. If you don't, Suzuki and Toyota will have a partnership in which they make cars for each other, or either one makes a car and then they share it and redesign the body shape, but they keep the engine, such as the seats. Basically, most is the mechanical parts of the vehicle. But overall, I'm happy with the Baleno. It's good to drive, but it's not for people who want to speed. It's comfortable, it's spacious, it's fuel efficient. I don't see the reason why you wouldn't want to have one of these, because this is a budget must-have.
In conclusion, as I had promised, the story behind Suli Nyembezi. Now, my grandfather had passed, and we had recently buried him last week, for example. And then the following week, on a Thursday, bought the car and I brought the car home. Then, under usual circumstances, my grandmother would be very happy and be dancing and singing. But when I arrived, instead of all of that, she cried tears. And when I named the vehicle, I called it Suli Nyembezi because this was my way of wiping my grandmother's tears of sorrow from her face. So that's the story behind Suli Nyembezi. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to share it. And if you are looking for a vehicle, don't forget to leave a comment below so that I can help you get the vehicle of your dreams.